Hey friends, Dorinda here. I'm excited to come your way again today. How have you been? In our earlier post, we spoke about childhood trauma. Today we are talking about teens trauma. And it's when we talk about a teen is a child transitioning from childhood to adulthood. So usually it starts between the ages of 8 to 19, depending on the makeup of that particular child. And it's a critical stage because this is a stage where hormones are released. We have the estrogen for the girls and please pardon me on this one. We have the testosterone for the boys. So now anyway, we continue. So it's a stage where kids are developing. We have menstruation setting in. Sexually, they are developing as well. Their voices are becoming deep. The girls are looking more beautiful. Some are gaining weight. Others are growing taller. And this stage is critical because all these things comes with a lot of confusion, especially if prior education did not go on. And so when it meets them like that, it can really get confusing for the children. And when they get to this stage, they don't like to be addressed as children. They go like, please, I'm not a child. And they are not adults too. And so when we talk about teens trauma, it is when they get to this stage and they face all kinds of distressing, difficult situations that become very difficult to handle. Some of them include the death of a family member, an absent parent. So there was a child who grew up without a father. And see, this child was always yearning for a male figure in her life. At a point, she almost got promiscuous. At a very young age, she was developing very strong feelings for the opposite sex. But thank God, she found herself in the midst of very good and solid family, so she's doing well by God's grace. And you see, when the kids get to this stage, their brains are still developing. Hence, when care is not taken, it traps them, and the enemy too finds this as an opportunity to strike. Or when a child experiences a certain illness or condition. So there is another beautiful girl who happens to have a certain growth on a part of her body. And because of that, the child is usually masked up or covered up in that area. You can just imagine what this thing is doing to this beautiful, innocent child. Then we have poverty, another serious one. What are some of the signs that shows that a teen is experiencing trauma? They get aggressive. Sometimes they like to be extremely independent. They experience mood swings. They return from school and their mood is some way. Other times too, they show all kinds of unexplainable behavioral attitudes, mental issues, loss of memory. They are no longer attentive in class. You realize that there's something wrong with your child. And so it's a stage where, as a parent or a guardian, one of the things you can do is that, you see, build trust. Let your child trust you. Be a safe haven for the child. And don't keep critical information from them. See, it is better they hear it from you than to go and hear it outside, because you are better informed. You know how to prepare them before you share the information with them. And when you have siblings, don't be comparing them. Don't be body shaming them. For example, your head, your face, because trust me, those things, they all become traumatic to the child. And over time, see, they experience all kinds of identity crisis, inferiority complex. They are not worthy enough. And then also, as a guardian or parent, please get into the child, the world of the child. You see, it's not enough to just provide. Get into their world intentionally. Be their friend. These days, our kids, I call them 5D or 6D. They are exposed. They are intelligent. So befriend them. Talk to them nicely. And when you are talking to them, please, don't think that they are children. Some of the things perhaps you are telling them, they know. Because now, because of social media, they are exposed to all kinds of information. Let them hear these things from you. Don't cover it up. Don't be shy. If you are shy of your children, then what else will you do? And also, please pray for them. My pastor always says that prayer is the best thing you can invest in your child's life, because you see, you not always be with them, but prayer will be with them. The Spirit of the Lord will be with them and shield them. And when they are about taking any wrong step, God intervenes and delivers them. And so we'll draw a curtain on today's session. If you have questions that you want me to address, or you need counseling, feel free to reach out to me and I'll gladly respond. Until I come your way again, please take good care of yourself and know that you are special.